All right, Brian, thank you so much. The only thing we're looking forward more to than tomorrow's matchup, maybe the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then maybe, actually, definitely, the NFL draft happening in Detroit, which is going to bring a huge boost in business.
Yeah, and we also want to focus on local businesses as well. So the city of Detroit is using this event to uplift minority and women businesses. And joining us now to talk about new opportunities is Anthony Zander with the city's Civil Rights, Inclusion, and Opportunity Department. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
This is an excellent opportunity, as just talking about the NFL draft alone, to really bring in some of these local business owners, especially minorities.
Exactly. And so what we wanted to do is that we wanted to recognize and showcase the fact that when you come to Detroit, when you bring a large-scale event here, that there are local businesses, there are minority and women-owned businesses that can provide the services that you need. You don't have to bring your entire team here to the city of Detroit. We have the resources locally.
You know, it's actually, not to cut you off, but a great story. I was in Kansas City for the NFL draft last year, and one of the mistakes they made was, one of them was hiring a florist from outside the area that charged an arm and a leg just because they had the connection to the NFL. The city of Detroit, your offices especially, knowing that we cannot make that mistake when the draft is here in April.
We've got our own florist.
Right, we've got our own good florist.
Exactly. Exactly. We have a lot of different services, whether it be food and concession, whether it be transportation, security, general labor. We have that here. And the fact that the NFL, the Lions, and every other entity that is coming to Detroit very soon in the near future are recognizing and they're taking advantage and opening up those opportunities for those businesses. And it's a very exciting time for us.
How do you feel when you see this conversation being moved in this direction, where there is this focus on maybe groups that had been overlooked in the past?
It's great. And the fact that entities are willing to have that conversation, are being intentional as far as their inclusion and opportunity, it's fantastic. These conversations have not happened in the past, as you mentioned, and they are moving in a different direction. It's nothing but opportunity here in the city of Detroit, and they're recognizing it, and they're coming to the table openly.
And you were also talking about a certification fair that you're hosting. What is that about?
So what happens a lot of times is they say, well, how can you guarantee that this particular company is minority and women-owned business? So in the city of Detroit, underneath our department, we have a business opportunity program which is in charge of certifications. Our certification fair today will be at Patton Recreational Center, which is at 2301 Whitmere, and we verify that these businesses are 51% either minority and women-owned, and they go through a process. It's very quickly. And I would encourage anybody that's interested in more information to come out and see us today.
That's where again today?
It's at Patton Recreational Center from 3 to 7.
Gotcha.
Well, thank you so much for being in studio with us today. I mean, there's going to be so many eyeballs on Detroit for the NFL draft. It's nice to see Detroiters especially getting a chance to cash in as well.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Anthony.
Thank you.
Thanks.